This is the way I winterized my 1989 Donzi El Pescador. It's an OMC Cobra, 5.7 liter. It's basically a 350 Chevy engine. And there's right under here, on this side of the block, there's a petcock, and on the other side is one. This is my little piece of wire. You're gonna pull that petcock out of there, and you're gonna clean it. Make sure it's clean. Reach your hand right down there. Simple tools here. Break them loose, and take that wire and stick it in the block. Don't lose it inside the block. Clean it up. Make sure the water's coming out. Oh, there she is. I can't really see what I'm recording, but we'll send it for you. Gotta clean that up. Make sure there's no rust in there. And then put the plug back in. This engine's cold, and it's gonna get hot here because I'm gonna start it and run fresh water through it. And that'll be step 2. Just above 150 there, she should be running. Get her nice and hot, and then we're gonna change the oil. I leave it with about a quarter. That's probably 15 gallons, 20 gallons of fuel in this boat, believe it or not. Side note, make sure these petcocks on both sides of that motor are closed and free in order so you can get your hands on them, and make sure there's water in this system before you start this engine. For some reason, when I cleaned those petcocks out, they actually must have drained too much water out of the block, and then I was watching the temperature and it was raising really quick, so I shut it right down. Didn't even go over 150, maybe 160 degrees. Shut it down. Took that guy off right there, waited about 5 minutes, poured water in there, basically repriming the block, and fired it up. And right away you see the temperature. It dropped about 10, maybe 20 degrees at most, and it hung right in there. It got to its normal operating temperature, and now what I'm doing is vacuuming, basically, right out of the oil dipstick tube, because there's no way to get at the plug for the oil. It's nice and hot, so it's going to suck right out of there pretty good. Let's see if I can do this right. See, it just makes a little vacuum. It starts pumping the oil out. If you can see that oil pan just a little bit from the filter went into the pan. See the difference in the new filter? It's a 1794. That fits a 350 Chevy. Gives you a little more capacity, a little more oil capacity. Try it out, cross-reference it. 1794 on a 350 Chevy. 20W50 Castrol GTX. Take note, the rubber O-ring on your old filter, make sure that came off the block down there. You don't want a double gasket, double O-ring. Wet this baby. I'm gonna get some on my finger, get it all on that new gasket O-ring, and I'm gonna prime this filter. Try to sneak it down there without spilling it and get her on. I do use a little swivel one, okay? That allows you to move this up and down. Down there it's pretty tight. I mean, it's tight down there. I believe it's about 6, maybe 7. Don't quote me. I think she's taking the whole quart. Yep. Take a little bit on your finger. Okay, California, they probably won't like this, but don't judge me. Just gotta see, I'm all the way down here. I'm just grabbing the bottom of that filter there. You think I'm kidding, huh? I'm full arm here. I'm a short little guinea. Barely. Oh no, I'm going the wrong way. Ooh, don't go that way. I was taking it off. Nope. All right, we're going back on. Here we go. Good. I gotta wipe it just a touch. Maybe I'll take a nap, huh? Take a little. You guys see it? There's nothing really to see. Here we go. Yep, just below it. Now tomorrow, I just ran it for about 1.5 minutes just to build up some oil pressure. And tomorrow I will check that. That's 6 quarts. It might have to take 6.5 on level ground. 10 days later, letting the engine warm up. I'll show you in a second. Getting her up to temperature. And I'm gonna take these hoses off and drain the petcocks and then start winterizing. All right, that's what I'm running, just a Mercury product at the boat shop. to add some of this. I got 4 gallons of it. So I'm just letting the motor warm up right now. And I'm gonna get ready to do my procedure here. I got the earmuffs hooked up to my funnel. See the funnel? Drain this block down. Get them hoses off, drained out. I'm gonna prime them and then, you know, close the petcocks and then start it. Don't mind my dirty boat. All right, look at all that water come out. Now I'm gonna prime everything up. This one usually takes a lot, but I don't care. $5, never had a problem. I believe these are the manifolds. Put a little bit in the manifolds. Before I start it, I get this one primed. There it is. Okay. I go until I see it come out of the exhaust. Ain't coming out yet. Coming out yet. I think it's just coming out. Just coming out the exhaust. That's it. Yeah, got her. Good. It just, I wish I had the camera down below actually. See my setup? Yeah, just keep in mind, this is just the way I do my bow every year. I've been doing it probably since like 06 or 07. Yeah, you drain that block down, you prime everything back up. Make sure you're doing it with it nice and warm. I like doing it with the boat warm. I'm sure everybody has their own ways of doing it, but I know for a fact you could pull those 2 petcocks on the side of that block, drain everything out, and you could probably almost leave that thing in a jam. You could probably make it. But I just do these little extra steps and make sure it's primed up the block in everything, in the water pump, in those lines, in the exhaust manifolds, right out down through the outdrive. And a little bit comes out the outdrive, probably a pint. It's not even a big deal. It's non-toxic stuff. So that's just the way I do it. You know, upstate New York, we could see -5, -10 if it's really, really cold. But that's pretty rare. But other than that, you can check the outdrive fluid. If you have a bad seal in there, you might get a little creamy. Mine's usually really good. I did pull it out of there, and it was clean. There was no bubbles, or it wasn't creamy looking. It was just pure outdrive oil, so I didn't mess with it. And what I do is when I park it in the spot where I park it, I get that outdrive down, so any water that's in the outdrive, it comes out of it. And she's good, you know. And everybody has their own different ways. Please comment and like the video. And there was a guy that was in, I'm not sure if he's a subscriber, but he did make a comment if I had like a sealed system. How they winterize that, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. It might be like a San Juan. I think one of the systems they have is, that's something for the ocean. There's a fresh water, and it pumps it through the block, and I believe it takes ocean water up through the bottom of the boat into like a reservoir. It cools down that water, and then it pumps the salt water back out, but it's inside the motor, it's fresh water. But I never mess with anything like that, and obviously if you're in the ocean, it's probably beautiful. You know, you're not getting cold weather like we do. Appreciate you guys watching the video. Really appreciate it. Share with your friends. A lot of old boats out there still cranked up and going, and a lot of people like doing this themselves at home, and I love doing it. So now I just got to park the boat where I usually store it. I'm going to make like a little A-frame over the top of it, and I just tarp it. I don't get anybody when they do like a wrap. I don't do that. It's not a big deal. I put a tarp over the top of it, and what's the other thing? Can't remember what I was going to say. That's it. Throw that little A-frame up, put the tarp over the top. We're done for the season. See you in the spring.